This is my Porsche 997 Carrera S.
And I don't think it sounds very good. The truth of the matter is, I don't think many 997 Carrera S's sound that good. The car was unfortunately not blessed with the Holy Metzger engine as the GT3. And people just slap on various setups here and there, and it is just not my cup of tea. Now, when it comes to a car, I am a big man of sound. I will prioritize exhaust note over power, handling, and the list goes on. So I was determined to make the most of my 997. Before I select and order any exhaust for my car, I put in hours and hours of research looking and digging through all the different YouTube videos with all different setups that people have. If I find something I'll like, I'll check comments and descriptions to see what that setup could be. In the case of my car, there were a few videos that stuck out and there were a few setups that I were able to find that piqued my interest in getting closer to that GT3 exhaust note. With exhaust getting added in, it is one more step in turning this car from rice to nice.
So, I kind of figured this the second I took this car on its first drive, but it needs a new exhaust. It actually already has an aftermarket setup, which we will discover in a second what exactly that is. But it sounds too raspy, too tinny, too hollow. Not like how I'd want my Porsche to sound. Because it's summer here in Arizona and my garage does not have a fan or AC of any sort, we are here at the back bays of fancier shop area, to which this is where we'll be working on this in comfort and luxury.
My friend Christian was kind enough to let us use his service bay to perform this install. He would have a lift, tools, air conditioning, and far more knowledge on this matter than we would.
He's got like cowboy boots on right now.
You gotta work in style out in Arizona.
Don't worry about that. These racks, when they're super short, they'll like rattle.
Oh.
They're brand new, which is f***ing stupid, but...
Wait, so is it safer if the car is a longer wheelbase or a shorter wheelbase? Put a smart car on here. How can it freaking teeter one way?
Sometimes they'll, if you put the rack arms in too close, so like a smart car mini, the car has a chance of tipping forward because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
These ones
has a rear engine, so it's
I know, it could tip back.
It won't tip back.
You break it, you buy it.
So the funny thing is that I've actually never properly seen under this car before because I bought it sight unseen. I took whatever photos and videos and stuff that I could receive. What a surprise! There's not much to frickin' see. It's all just, I mean, these higher end Euro cars, they got all the aero under here. So something that is bad underneath the car is this is a part of the front bumper and it has entirely disintegrated. If you see on this side, you could see some fiberglass from the bumper that used to be here, meaning that this was a mounting point, and it entirely sheared off, so it's no longer mounted to this bolt. So what we have here currently, this is actually already a Fabspeed catless X pipe. These are the factory headers. They are unequal length. These are the stock mufflers, but I believe they have what's called the gundo hack, which is basically a piece that welds in between them. Actually, you can see it right here. It's this piece. These are separate. Normally, this piece connects them, and it opens up the noise, kind of like a, I don't know, an open valve type scenario. I mean, it doesn't sound that bad from the outside on video, but on the inside of the car, it's not really it. So you guys will never guess what the new setup is. It's Fabspeed again. But here's the deal, okay? There are just certain combinations that just ain't it, all right? This combination from Fabspeed is gonna be the closest thing with all of my online research that I dug to making my car sound like a GT3. So what we have here are equal length headers.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Those are gorgeous.
So yeah, these mount up. This shall give it the GT3 tone, but if you just did this alone with the catless X pipe, I think it's still too raspy, too loud. So that is why instead we have a Sport Cat X pipe that we're gonna add in. One, these should make my check engine go away because the O2 sensors can plug in right there. But two, it'll just muffle it enough so that it has a very pure GT3 tone and not just a over-the-top raspy droney type. We're switching out one Fabspeed for two Fabspeeds. It's gonna be a lot better, just trust the process.
Because one is better than two.
Because 2 is better than 1.
Yes. Whoop.
We began removing the clamps off of the old exhaust and attempted at best to not burn ourselves.
Quick cool down methods. Ignore the fact that this could potentially take 5 hours. We're making progress.
All right, now this thing has to come out. Yes.
Little enforce would do the trick.
Shout out to the gavel. So that shouldn't have been too hard because that was aftermarket, probably not installed like too long ago. The headers will be a different story because these suckers have never been touched. They could possibly be a little rusted, so we shall see.
We made sure to drown these header bolts in PB Blaster and we let them soak for a bit before taking our first stab at breaking them loose.
Oh.
I knew it.
Wait, did it just snap?
Yeah. Called it.
Well, at least there is new hardware, right?
We're gonna have to just drill it out.
But yeah, we gotta drill out the...
There is new hardware though?
There has to be. Show the camera. Oh no!
That was a very distinct pop sound that we all know and hate.
It's either broken loose or broken.
I was saying, man,
Into a block.
freaking these headers are gonna be difficult because they haven't been touched in at least 15 years.
Let's just get them all out. 'Cause there's probably going to be multiple that are going to do this. That one's coming out. That was a very slow shear if that was a shear.
Yeah, there's no way that would be a
That
snap.
was a very like.
Alright, this one might be okay.
Oh.
Nice.
No.
Nope.
That one's shear.
Wait, that snapped too? Bruh.
So the problem is we don't know how deep it goes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be
A little bit longer now than we
journey.
thought.
It's crazy that it sheared that slow.
Yeah.
This was really not looking good. We had 2 bolts already snapped that we would have to go back and extract, with also not knowing how many out of the 12 more are gonna snap off. Christian had the idea of busting out the torch and using heat to prevent them from shearing. Using this method, we had a sign of hope.
Are we gonna finally have a full bolt out for this one?
we're gonna see.
And at least we can see how long they are too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes. First
Now we know.
full bolt.
You can
That's
see where they're
actually
shearing, right?
Yeah.
Heat was our friend, and even though I would have never expected to be lighting my motor on fire, it seemed to do the trick.
Bingo.
We found
go.
the technique. Using the flame.
Just like when men originally found flame.
Yeah, dude. Fire cures everything.
I've never been so excited to see a full bolt in my hand.
Yeah, literally, dude. Imagine having to extract every single one.
Oh man.
Only
I
2.
thought we were gonna have to.
Yeah.
And just when we thought we removed every last bolt safely,
Well, we got one header out. A little bit of a bittersweet victory. The last bolt just couldn't hang on.
because of how far out this last bolt sheared off, we were able to use a socket bolt extractor to wrap around to the remains of the stud and attempt to remove it this way. We of course were not going to forget about heating it up and using heat to our advantage, and we crossed our fingers and prayed that this socket had enough in it to remove this stud.
Oh my god.
Please.
How do you get it out of there now?
Good question.
The bolt out of the freaking socket thing.
Worry about that later.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally, yeah,
That's a
ultimate.
later problem.
Yeah. No, I still have an extractor with the bolt still in the freaking extractor at my house.
So what you can do is you can put like the extractor in the vise,
Yeah.
and then you can try to twist out the bolt the opposite way. And there she is.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're gonna definitely need to tap and die that before we put new bolts in.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know how to get them out now.
Yeah, right?
Assuming-
They're just sticking out that
Yeah.
far.
The other sheared header bolts were not, in fact, sticking out that far. So we would have to try different methods on extracting those.
We have a total of 2 bolts to extract out of this side. There's one right there.
That one's not coming out.
And there's another one way over there.
That one's
But-
definitely not. That one might. I don't know.
It
Though.
might grab, hopefully.
I don't know though. We'll see.
Since those were the 2 first bolts that we freaking snapped, we thought that we could have been in for all of them needing to be extracted, but it's a good thing that at least we've only cut it down just to 2 needing to be extracted.
We attempted to use the drill extraction method, which of course took forever to drill out the hole and get the extractor in there. Once in, we made sure to heat it up.
No shot. This. I'm not even gonna say anything.
No.
No.
Oh, wait.
God. It's still broke though.
Oh god.
Screw extraction will never fail to be the worst thing to do on cars.
With the drill extractor snapping, we were running out of options. I googled and learned online that there is a method involving welding that can help getting a remaining stud out. So we called up one of our buddies and had him show up.
So we've had to resort to outside sources. Declan is here with the welder.
Brought the old Link Electric.
So what we're gonna attempt to do is take a nut, put it around the stud that's hanging out, and then weld the middle to essentially weld on and create a bolt, and then take it out like that.
We made sure to disconnect the battery and prepared to send Declan on his way.
Did you sign the contract yet? It's right here. It says I'm not liable.
Oh god. You've done this once or twice before, right?
I think. Should I welded the wrong thing?
Dang, you almost got
Dude,
it.
I can't stand this guy now. We now have a new bolt. Okay, we should probably use heat again, remember? Let's not forget the torch.
Okay, I think we're good.
Are we?
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
We had a breakthrough and we were finally able to move on. And with the bolts out, you could actually see how bad the point of corrosion was. You could see the corrosion slowly working its way up the bolt and the point to which most of them would probably shear. It was finally time to mount the new setup, and with it all laid out on the ground, I was able to truly appreciate Fabspeed's craftsmanship, their welds, and their presentation with this new exhaust. Not only do they just happen to create the best setup for the 997 Carrera S, but they also have some of my favorite setups for that of the Murcielago and other exotic and crazy cars out there, so I couldn't recommend Fabspeed any further. Christian was kind enough to complete the rest of the install himself, and before I knew it, I had brand new shiny, lighter exhaust parts on the underside of our 997. We should go for a drive around the block. Oh, it already has like such a better tone between that like 3,000 RPM range. some people, it may not sound that different, but to me, knowing this car, the delivery of sound has changed a lot. In the past, there was an RPM range, probably right around when the variable valve timing kicks in, around like 3,000, 4,000 RPM, where it just kind of goes from this muted tone to all of a sudden like a tin can, just like from 0 to 100, just like that. Now it's all like smooth and linear, so you kind of get a like it all just slowly rolls into action. Oh, dude, it sounds so good. Now it just has that beautiful flat 6-tone that, I mean, most Carrera S's of the 997 generations don't have, just because I think overall, I mean, yeah, this motor doesn't sound as good as a beautiful 440.
I noticed a pretty good tone
Like
change.
right here, right around there, it would sound awful in the past.
For sure.
And now it just kind of, yeah.
It's much better.
Yeah. I think the headers. The headers make that huge difference.
Absolutely.
But the reason why we needed the Sport Cats is just so that the car is not too freaking atrociously loud and drony. And also, we no longer have a check engine code.
Oh, nice.
Which is, yeah, good.
That's good.
So did we make the car better? This is definitely a different exhaust video than most. Most go from stock muffled into aftermarket expanded. This one, we're going from one tone kind of to another, and it could still be up to preference. So let me know in the comments below which setup you prefer. I know which one I greatly prefer, but both are in fact involved with Fabspeed. So if you like the older setup, you can go get their decatted X-pipe. But if you like the new one that I much greatly think is superior, you can go check out that setup as well. Stay tuned for the next video where we finally tackle suspension and wheels. And oh yeah, we're going hot, boy. I'll leave you guys with that little teaser.
On the weather forecast, it's raining PB Blaster today.